The Canadian Card Collector here, and welcome back to day 607 of Daily Deck Review. And the deck that we're taking a look at today is the blue edition of the Beatles playing cards from Theory11. So, no further ado, let's take a look and see what we get. As you can see, it is a blue matte finish tuck box there with some red and gold foiling. Then on the front, you got the circle design there, which has the Beatles logo there in the middle. That says Theory11 playing cards. On one side here, you got the heart and the club there. And then you got a little silhouette of all four Beatles there. On the other side, you got the spade and the diamond this time. And then you got the iconic, the Beatles walking across Abbey Road there. On the bottom here, you got the Beatles logo and the Theory11 logo and premium playing cards Theory11. And these are from 2021. On the back, you got a little sneak peek of that back sign and some more red and gold foiling there. And on the front of the duck box and the back, it is embossed. You can feel the texture of it there. And then for the seal here, you got an off-white circle seal with the Beatles logo there in the middle. Then you got some flowers at the top. And then it does say something under the seal there, but it is slightly covered up there, so I'm not entirely sure what it says. But now we'll press down that seal, grab one of our handy card openers. On the tuck flapper, you got the little Theory11 logo there. The tuck flaps here have a little bird there. And we'll take the cards out of the box. On the inside here, it's just that matte blue finish, nothing too crazy there. And as we go through the deck, there will be a lot of Beatles references. I'll know a few of them, but I won't know all of them there, because I don't listen to the Beatles too much there. But now we'll start with the back design here. And here we have a white and blue colorway there. And then on the front, you got that flower design there in the middle, and this is all you need is love. And then you got all the four different Beatles there. And then you got the four different suits. And then you got the standard white border there. And if you were to flip it over, same design in both directions. And now, for the cards here. So we start with the first Joker. It says Joker, Joker there. And then it says The Fool on the Hill. Probably like some of their song names. One of their song names or something. Or reference to that. And then you got the little Joker sitting on a hill there. And then you got the second identical Joker there. So two identical Jokers there. And then you got the custom Ace of Spades there. And they're definitely colorful. It's the yellows, oranges, purples, and blues there. And then you got like the walrus there with some more flowers. And it says, I am the walrus. And then you got the custom font there in the corners there. And this one has a blue dot for the spades there. And the spades have that custom spades down with the blue colorway to it. And we got the Jack, Queen, and King of Spades, and they're all different Beatles references there. And some of the, I think all the kings are one for each of the Beatles there. I wouldn't know who's who just by looking at them. I do know like their names, but yeah, but we got like the blue and purple kind of colorway for the spades there. And with the Ace of Diamonds here, which has the orange font but a green dot there in the middle. There, and then you got a little raccoon with a little Bible and a little hat there. And then you got the green and orange kind of font for the diamonds. There. Definitely some vibrant colors for these cards. And then you got the Jack, Queen, and King of diamonds here in that green and orange colorway. With another Beatle being on that King there. And you got the Jack, Queen, and King of clubs here in a blue and purple colorway there. Another Beatle there. And then you got the purple colorway for the clubs here. You got the custom Ace of Clubs here, which has that little octopus and some more flowers. And then lastly, we got the hearts here, the Jack, Queen, and King hearts once again. That orange and green colorway with the custom King there with the Beatle on it. And we got the green and orange hearts here. And lastly, we got that custom Ace of Hearts there with a little bird inside. And then the last two cards in the deck, we got two different little Theory11 little Beatles ad cards here. One in yellow and white, and then a green and white one. There. It's the back signs on the back. But now I'd like to look at the cards for the handling. There's that classic air cushion finish from the United States Playing Company. So they will handle fantastic. And straight out of the box, these are definitely on the more stiffer side. You definitely have to break these in. They definitely have a harder flex to it. Like I gotta put some more pressure into it to flex them and spring them. But the more you shuffle them, the more like softer they'll get. But they fan fantastic. Nice smooth fan spread there. Nice and even. And then a super smooth Pharaoh there. Pretty nice back design giant fan. The custom faces. So overall, there's going to be really no issue shuffling these. There's going to be lots of durability because they're on the more stiffer side. So it'll last a little bit longer than a normal. But you definitely have to break them in a little bit, like shuffle them up a little bit so they get a little bit less stiff because they're quite stiff right out of the box. I'm going to say another fantastic deck from Theory11 once again. So if you're into the Beatles, and this is a fantastic deck, I would highly recommend picking that up if you're a Beatles fan, or you're just a fan of the color blue, but they do have 3 other colorways, the orange, the purple, and the green, so there's a color for everyone out there. And once again, here's that fully custom back design there, with some Beatles references on there, and then you got the fully custom faces there from the court cards with the different characters on it. They're like the Beatles are all on the different kings there. And then you got some other characters mixed in on the queens and the jacks there. And then you got the 4 fully custom aces, which I really like when they make custom aces. And you got the fully custom colorway for each of the different suits there. And even the suits and pips themselves are fully custom. So they spared no detail when making this deck. But I guess with that being said, I hope you enjoyed. This has been day 607 of a daily deck view, and this has been the blue edition of the Beatles playing cards from Theory11, and I'm the Canadian character signing out. That's the video. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.